to what's happening, so it must be an AI thing, you just enter it in and then it auto, which is crazy.
They come to song, I knew about the poems, I knew about the
Right.
posters,
They can pretty much do
but
everything.
not about songs.
I know. That's crazy.
Wow.
I know. Yeah.
How's it going, Robin?
Oh, doing well, thank you. Enjoying the sunshine. so
Yeah.
much.
no
The return of some visitors, but.
Yeah,
Oh, we brought the big one.
I love
It's gotta be,
my summer.
but I didn't have any issues before during operational services. Didn't have issues 2 minutes ago. That's scary, I just want to share this, so we're, I'm just waiting to see if Rod's in here.
I know.
That's weird.
So we might be a couple of minutes late because of the
Actually, I'll just use my phone now, see if I can
Getting
hear through the
the-
phone.
technology working again.
There seems to be some kind of interference.
Should we make sure we have at least one more chair?
Yeah,
I'll do that.
I got it. There's one.
Yeah, we.
I'll get it. You guys work on your technology then.
That would be John, probably.
Okay,
John just takes
I'm just,
over.
I'm just right here.
Yes, okay.
Whip it out,
Here we go.
right in the head.
They're gonna tell me to hang it up over there.
You know, we're popular.
Oh, is that what that's for?
At the door there? Yeah, never hang up in there. Throw it on the gun and hang out.
Okay. Everybody said make some noise.
Now that you know, now that you mentioned it.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it's coming across.
Okay. Sounds weird.
Echo.
Just a little bit of a delay. At least we have sound this time.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you trying to.
I will be the there.
I just switched networks.
And they're doing something at building blocks. Would you be able to go to it? I'm going to Victoria.
So before we're here, the thing that we sent, the reason why we sent it was because.
That was the happy day.
It's a tough
We're
one.
going in like our dashboard,
But-
the Keeler system, which is the report and issue or request. So if you see something, you can report like a pothole or broken street light or whatever. And so you just go in there and you can just put in what it is.
I could do that.
So request for service. So if you do a request for service, you can actually even drop a pin. And then you can put in what it is. So if it's a general inquiry or land request, public works, which includes biohazard, boulevard maintenance, building maintenance, catch basin, garbage pickup.
Especially if people.
You do that.
So they're all in there. Vandalism, you see some graffiti.
Cool.
So when you go in and you do it, you can describe the
Yeah,
issue.
funny.
And then,
I don't.
and then you can put in, you can snap a picture. Yeah.
Oh, look.
Oh, so that's why I shared it, because we're trying to encourage people to put it on their home screen.
We do it.
Yeah, this is just looking big. I guess so.
Yeah.
I know it was in my, this is good. I just.
So, you should share.
But I think we need to have a
Tell
look
us the
at
dashboard. The dashboard. The 4:30 dashboard.
And it's a.
it. Building blocks. That's behind,
Now everybody's on the.
Yeah,
behind the hostel, like in the back door of the house.
I had a little chuckle myself.
I did see it, so, yeah.
Yes.
Fred, did you get new glasses?
No, he shaved his mustache.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the
Well,
first thing I
it
said
makes
to
your
him when I saw him in
glasses
Victoria. I said, hey, what happened to your mustache?
It was aging quicker than I was.
It reached its best before date?
Yeah.
No, that's what Louise says to me all the time. Get off the shelf. You're
Come off
done.
the shelf.
You're done.
Oh, we've lost Heather?
She's just.
She's trying to get things going.
So I'm getting new glasses and hopefully they'll be in at the beginning of May, but they are super readers. So I can, because right now when I read this, I have to watch, but they will allow me to read this, but as well.
Are they
Read down.
progressives?
No, they're not progressive.
Cause these are progressives. I
Yeah,
like them, but you get little dizzy
I know.
sometimes.
Super readers, eh?
super readers. So I'll
Curious
let
how
you
they
know
are.
how it goes.
Yeah, my glasses, they're all, something splashed up on them and took the
I
finish.
see that.
Is there?
You can see it from here.
If you have just one or two
Safety
scratches,
Can't win.
Protected your eyes.
No,
Yes, sir.
yeah, they did, but.
I don't know, I hope
glasses,
so.
So now I gotta get new ones.
All right, we ready to go?
Thumbs up.
All right, I'd like to call our regular council meeting of Tuesday, April 28th to order. We respectfully acknowledge that this meeting is being held on the traditional territory of the Clouded people, Gail Tesla.
Yeah,
I have approval of the agenda.
Good timing.
Excellent, perfect. And
Counselor Tidbury, seconded by Counselor Dugas, all in favor? Carried. We have the minutes of the regular council meeting held April 14th for adoption. Moved by Counselor Robertson, seconded by Counselor Tidbury. Any errors or omissions? All in favor? Carried. Delegations, we have Robin, Bolden.
Yeah.
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 Come up to the table.
Can't sit there.
Welcome up to the table. Hi, everybody.
That's right. Now you're the center of
Oh, this
attraction.
is much more comfortable. Hi, everyone. I don't really have a formal presentation by way of having a PowerPoint and keeping you inside for a really long time because I get excited and talk for way too long. But I did send along an update to everyone on some of the work that we've been doing at the museum and at the visitor center, so through the Port Hardy Heritage Society. And I really just wanted to speak to the passion that all of the staff are bringing to the work. It's been incredible to see. When I first started 4 years ago,
My goodness.
there was only myself and Sandra Botel that were there part-time. And since then, we've grown to 5 permanent staff. And we have 6 positions that we're going to be filling over the summer.
Wow.
We're trying to both hire locals, and then we've opened it up in the caliber of applications that we've been receiving of people interested in coming to Port Hardy, learning more about here, and then applying the skills that they've learned through their own training. It's quite incredible to see. So some of those positions have been filled and we're still hiring for some more, but moving the amount of people that are gaining experience and also working with both Port Hardy's heritage and with welcoming the visitors to the community, I think has really situated us very well to be making a positive contribution to community. And we definitely thank the District of Port Hardy staff who are behind me here and council in particular, of course, our council liaison Trina, for all of the support that we've received throughout that work and encouragement, whether it's just people stopping in, different council members have stopped in, and of course you have as well, and have just shared positive words with us to value the work that we're doing. So that part's very exciting. As for updates, I did bring you a couple of printouts of the exhibit that was just finished today. It's finally done at the printers, so we're very excited. And it is a welcoming message for the museum. I think I maybe mentioned that this was in progress the last time I was here. Well, I got the official word that it's printed and ready to be shipped to us. We're very excited, and it is a Gilakesla welcoming message that honors the territory that we're on, because the museum has no acknowledgement whatsoever until now, until very soon. So we'll be having an opening soon for that, but I did want to just share, not perfect, but some of the panels that I've printed out for you to look at, just sort of some of the information that will be included, including this map that has mapped out all of the traditional place names and where some of the former settlements were. And this will be of great appeal, not only for students and for visitors and just general community members, but also as an educational tool. And even with Van Isle 360, I mentioned that we had this map created and they're like, oh, we need a copy of this map because it's gonna be of such interest to the people as they're coming through. So it kind of continues our mandate of developing materials that can be used in multiple formats, and it also uses a lot of Kimberly Kufis's beautiful photographs and then some original art by Rajon Child, and of course, it's been done led by the Coagulous First Nations, so we've had direct consultation on everything that's in there, and we'll be sharing back all of the print-ready files because they hold the intellectual property, which is a great arrangement that we've made with how we've worked on the exhibit. And it will lead, I think, to a lot more developed networks in the future for future projects that we're doing. So the exhibit's going to be up soon. We will have an opening and of course invite everyone here. And yeah, we're very excited about that. So lots is happening at the museum. I've sent you a multi-page document and I'm happy to, of course, answer questions on any of those points. I don't want to belabor all of them point by point, but yes.
These are fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed. I'm learning stuff when I read those. Right in graph.
Yeah.
I
We
was
should all
impressed
know
with the
this stuff.
document and
It's fantastic.
all the things you're doing and how well some of the folks are doing, Bree and Ashley.
And Ashley, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
I know on the official record, Ashley had an A+ on her list. Assignments, I'm so sorry, she'd be so embarrassed by me. But I just want to praise all of the staff. We work so well together. It's very collaborative. And I think that's one of our strengths is that we've got a lot of care for both community and each other and the history and the visitors. So it really works well. And these panels will be big. So I've printed them out on what our printer was able to handle. But the map itself will be 2 feet by 4 feet, for instance.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very nice. Councilor Smith.
Yeah, that map is incredible. It's really neat to see where they had the settlements, like at each key point, like with the river going into the ocean and how they had stewards for each of those, important points. It's such a great exhibit to have, and it's surprising that we don't have anything there already. So thank you so much for all of your work. I think it's so important, and we have a story to tell about who we are even before we became who we are, in Port Hardy. And there was this incredible, rich, beautiful culture and life that how wonderful for the Quagils and other surrounding nations through the Heritage Society to share our story with the world. And I think being down in AVICC, seeing the heritage at the Empress and all of the stories, like we have so much to tell ourselves that thank you for doing that incredible work with your incredible staff. We're very lucky to have heritage, arts and culture in your hands.
Well, and we're very lucky to have all of the support too, especially with the project partners we worked on and of course everyone in this room. And I guess the final thing I will say is that we're very excited and grateful to be able to participate and contribute to, of course, Port Hardy's 60th anniversary events. And thank you so much to staff for looping in the museum. It's been fantastic working with them and others that are really invested in bringing the 60th anniversary to life. So I can't wait for the event on the 23rd, I guess it is, May 23rd. Yeah.
And I see that you're got summer students.
We've got 6 summer students coming.
That is significant when it's been so difficult to get summer students, and so congratulations.
Yeah, we can't wait to have everybody on board, but it's gonna be a busy summer.
Yeah.
I just heard from one of our kids works. Their business in terms of there's going to be a 19% increase in cruise ships coming through the inside bit this year, which is significant. So they'll be busier, but just if it's indicative of what's going to happen for the whole North Island, it'll be busy summer.
I think
Which
it's
is
gonna be a very busy summer. By all accounts, everything we're hearing, definitely.
I had my first trip yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Did you?
Yeah, if, I don't know, I mean, I can keep going, but I don't want to take up too much time here. Aside from the grants that we've been receiving and wanting to move forward with the feasibility study. That definitely is on our agenda here. Managing the two locations is definitely an interesting endeavor. And very exciting in a lot of ways to see where we receive different kinds of visitors and how to attract their attention. But being able to move forward and to understand what our next steps are and have some support doing that is going to be crucial for the longevity of the Port Hardy Heritage Society and managing both of those operations. And as we know, bringing tourism and heritage together under one roof is an incredible boom for communities, for rural economies in particular. It's a huge attractor. So I look forward to being able to meet with you with a more detailed plan on how that is going to be moving forward, but we do intend to be initiating that in the very near future, and one of our student positions is actually to support that work as well. So we're going to be providing a student with some really great hands-on experiences in initiating community consultations and meetings.
So are you hiring, like, you've got a student, but are you hiring like a contractor or something like
Yes.
that?
Yes, so we've got a main contractor, the Hatley Group, that will be helping coordinate all of the moving pieces. And then we've got folks that will be contracted to carry out some of the more specific things. And the student will be helping with the community consultation component. So sending emails, arranging the meeting times, booking the rooms, helping with emails, helping with writing the reports. So kind of being directed by others, not ourselves, thankfully. We've got some folks that are handling some of that work. So it will be sort of the administrative details and just as an assistant really to keep things going so that we've got enough eyes on all of the documents and moving pieces for the whole entire institution as we move forward.
Right.
And I'm looking forward to seeing the website when it comes out.
We just have to transfer it from
So-
here to here and then it's
Will you be
published.
able to manage it yourselves, sort of
Yes.
thing, without having a third party do it, sort of thing?
Yes.
So.
Yeah,
that's-
I'm pretty comfortable with working in the back end. It's just doing the design work and all of the finicky, oh, it moved here, now everything's out of line. So there's just that design element that I'm not the strongest at, but maintaining it and updating with news and whatnot.
That's good. Yeah.
Mhm. But yes, all it needs is to be transferred from here to here and then published and then it's ready. It's been reviewed.
I'm looking forward to
Good
seeing.
to go.
Nice.
That's great. How's the kiosk working out?
That is not something that we program ourselves, but I believe that,
Well, the district does, okay.
but we see people using it. And we always hit sort of back to the main screen if it's not on there and keep an eye on it just to make sure that
Mhm.
it's clean and whatnot, but it's not something that we're doing.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Thank you. This is-
That's
Thank you,
great.
Rob.
Thanks for lunch.
You're welcome. I tried to keep
Good
it
job.
short and sweet and, I don't know if you'd like me to leave the panels or take.
If you have to take them with you, we'll be okay with that, but if you'd like to leave them, that's fine too.
Until they're up and live and ready for everyone to see. And I'm not, my apologies, I can't stay and do that.
There would be zero expectation.
Thank you, everybody. And again, thank you for all of your support. It really means a lot to us. And I think that it's making a difference in a lot of different areas.
Yes.
And I just, if I could, thank you so much to you and your staff for bringing together all of those photos, because I think that that's actually making the celebrations of the year actually be really exciting. We had a lot of engagement at the Spring Festival. For the party on May 23rd, we've also got coasters of all of the photos that the museum has supplied for us as well. And of course, I know that Belen has been working really hard to get all of the fastbacks of Port Hardy, so there's gonna be lots of fun stuff going on there.
And we're gonna bring photo albums. So if any of you grew up in Port Hardy, there might be some bell bottoms or tall hair or something that will haunt you. I can't wait. I look forward to
So,
it.
Robin, I love, you probably worked with Lynn to get the old carrot on top of the new carrot picture.
We sourced the photos, but I suspect maybe blended some of the.
That's a great picture.
Yeah.
Just the two.
so many photos in the archives. I can't wait to dig up all of them and get them online. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bob.
Rob.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
All right, moving on, we have our council action item report, April 14th for information. Anybody want to bring anything forward? We have from Matthew Arnold, Emergency Program Coordinator, Regional District, Mount Washington, regarding the evacuation route planning grant for ratification. We voted on this, but this is a really, we voted online because the grant had to be in by Friday. But so this is just a ratification, but this looks like if we get the grant, looks very interesting and very promising. And Heather and I have had, our CAO Nelson Smith and I have had a couple presentations by the proponent and looks super easy. So it's something that plugs into a trailer hitch.
Trailer hitch.
And then a person drives it all over the place and it's uploaded onto the computer and they can figure out the roads and the conditions of the roads and,
Very good.
yeah.
So you need a motion? I'll make the motion. Is there a motion then, right?
Yeah, okay, moved by Councilor Dugas, second by Councilor Tidbury. Any other comments?
Welcome, good.
CAO Nelson Smith, did you want to add anything to it?
No, I don't think I need anything to add to the comments. I just think that honestly, it's great if we're gonna do this regionally. That was kind of the impetus when the mayor and I met with the creator. We did say that this would be a much better if it was regionally route. While it is still a benefit to Port Hardy, we're looking forward to also putting one of those on the back of our vehicle, so we can also track some of the roads in town as well, so that we can look at the condition. And then the other thing just to highlight too, is that it's also great for the private companies as well as the provincial companies. So anybody that manages any of those roads, because the software can actually be used to determine where grading is required, where extra maintenance is required, so that they can actually plan out how their maintenance is going to be going forward. So if they actually start seeing that there's a regular repeat of an area that needs to be redone, I'm looking at Councillor Tidbury, that will actually come forward on the information. So we're hoping that this will help us get that partnership with Ministry of Transportation, Ministry of Forests, Main Road, to be able to kind of work collaboratively together.
It works on gravel.
So I was,
Oh, yeah.
All for gravel roads is what it was intended for.
so I was on the road, the first part, the first 30 kilometers, which is the highways, is good. The western portion is good, but San Joe's Main is not, it's horrible.
And so this device would be able to pick that up and send out alerts, but as well with the evacuation route, it will let people know what road is passable and what road is not passable. And I keep thinking of when we had that landslide on the Holbrook Road and we had Western Forest Products, going on Facebook, telling people that it's blocked and, there's people trapped on both sides. So. Anyways, so it could eventually tie in with our alert system and.
The side it's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So hopefully we get the grant. I know the developers are really keen to help out up here. They've got family up here and, they've been up in the area and they know our area. Okay, anyways, all in favor? Any opposed? Carried. We have from Brody Guy, Chief Executive Officer, Island Coastal Economic Trust requesting a letter of support to modernize ICET and positioning through strategic provincial investment. So I sent a draft letter.
I'm in favor of supporting their work. We might wanna, Heather's super good at writing letters, though.
We might,
Even
we'll,
better letter than what's there.
yeah, we'll modify the letter and that's just a draft.
That's your job.
It's just a
Staff. Yeah,
suggestion.
that'd be Heather's staff.
Yeah. So moved by Counselor Dorwin, seconded by Counselor Smith. All in favor? Carried. We have from Rob Tucker, Chair, Flowme Days Committee, 2026 Flowme Days request to council for discussion and a motion. Council Pittsburgh,
There's a correction. Where did I say it? It says the 20th, is that? It's,
Should be 19th, or
yeah,
19.
17th, 18th, 19th.
yeah.
17, 18, 19.
Okay.
Oh, and then further on, it goes to the evening of July 20.
Yeah, it should be.
It's also missing the Hastings Street closure. It's shown on the map, but not in the words. But it's the same stuff as last year, is that correct?
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
I'm in favor of that.
So moved by Councillor Dorward, seconded by Councillor Robertson. Any other comments?
Glad, grateful for the committee making it happen again.
Yes, thank you. All in favor? Carried. We have from the Assistant Deputy Minister, Population and Public Health Division, Ministry of Health, Province of BC, regarding the 2026 Farmers Market Nutrition Coupon Program for information. But this is a great initiative, and really happy that the coupon program is going ahead again this year. And I know that the Fort Hardy Farmers and Artisans Market Group partner with the Mount Washington Literacy Society, and they've already got their approval and all the paperwork in to do it, so it's great.
How much money did they get out of that $4 million for our area?
Right, it's not a whole lot, but it really helps the citizens, the
a
low
big-
populate or low income families, and so it really helps them with the nutrition program. So they, I don't know if you know how it works.
I don't know how it works.
Okay, so I think they had 18 people could sign up for it last year, and each market they get coupons, and each coupon's worth $3. So then they can go to, say for example, I have a whole whack of cucumbers and I'm selling a cucumber for $3 each because they're massive cucumbers.
Like a zucchini.
Sure.
Almost zucchini size. Anyway, so the person would give me a $3 coupon and I would give them the massive cucumber back.
Mhm.
And at the end of the market, then I would be reimbursed for the $3.
How do you get $3?
That's from our partner from the Literacy Society.
Oh, okay, they just said.
Yeah, so it's a partnership and all the rest of it, and their funds come from the coupon program. So there's quite the reporting process and all the rest of it, but it's been very
Who
successful.
oversees the coupon there for us in the North Island? Farmers market people?
Yeah, the Farmers Market in Mount Wellington Literacy Society.
Okay, they were the ones that you have to put the application into them, and then there's the ones that give you the coupons.
Well, it comes from
Sort of like-
the overarching one is BC Association of Farmers and Artisans Market, so they oversee the whole thing from,
Yeah, cause they send the coupons to them then, and then they distribute them all across.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But this year it's gonna be a bit different because all the vendors, it will be all on our phones. There won't be actual physical coupons. So before, things had to be figured out at
Yeah.
$3 increments, but now it can be, I don't know how, I'm not quite sure how it's all gonna work out, but we've just been told it's gonna be on, some kind of TAP program. So good thing we've got Wi-Fi down in the.
Mhm.
If I could add, Mayor, further to that, just really cool for our citizens that are part of the coupon, that you sign up for it to be a part of it, but they feel like good because it equals money when they go to the vendors. It's not a coupon, it's actual money that they're actually providing. So it's just an incredible program that allows that pride and then access to local produce and vegetables and even honey. Like, it's really an incredible program that we're so fortunate to have once again this year. So
Mhm. So, but it's all nutrient dense, so it's gotta be like honey or eggs if we had a meat vendor that was approved for up here, or someone selling fish up here, they could use it for that. Vegetables, fruit, herbs. So there's quite the list. We don't have quite the bounty that other markets have, but we do pretty well. So those of you that go down to the market and see the lineup at Myra's, booth,
Mhm.
she's amazing
Mhm.
what she brings in. Anyways, so it was good news. Moving on from the Honorable Josie Osborne, Ministry of Health, Province of BC, we're going to follow for requests for funding for the RSV vaccine following our UBCM resolution. And so that's just for information,
A definite maybe.
a definite maybe.
Yeah, it seemed a little bit more positive than normal. A little, like it sounded like they're moving a little bit towards it.
It did sound a little bit positive, but
It didn't look, when I read it, it didn't seem like they were saying that ain't gonna happen. It
That's
seems like
right.
They're working towards it.
Well, and I think too, because the RSV vaccine is paid in other provinces, so
Mhm.
it's not like we'd be sitting,
By ourselves, kind of, right?
yeah, exactly. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
From Katie Robb, Director of Community Relations, External Engagement, BC Ferries, regarding the response to request for clarification on scheduling changes in BC Ferries vacations for information. Councilor Robertson, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, I do actually. I will keep it brief. So I really do appreciate the quick response. I mean, they were very quick in responding. And again, I'm not that knowledgeable on the vacation programs and the tour programs, so you have to take that for what it is at that point. But I do, we didn't get notification of anything coming up. It's a decision that they took for the reasons that, the whale encounters, mammal encounters, they reference, the North Coast Waterway Management Guidelines, which were put into place in 2022. So were talked about beforehand, and their guidelines with respect that were primarily put in for regulation of LNG tankers and for the LNG traffic and that traffic that was going to be going there. So, and I understand, at the end of the day, it's a decision that could well have a significant impact on businesses in our community. And there's a difference between being informed of a decision and being consulted about a decision. And I don't believe that there was
Nothing.
consultation with respect to that decision. They, it sounds like they felt that they couldn't do anything other than what they've done. That's fine. We don't know what the options may have been at that point. So anyway, it is what it is at this point. And I have great faith in the Tourism Advisory Committee and the Regional Committee of Ventas to just maintain some connection over the course of the summer to find out if there is an impact on businesses because of this decision. If there isn't, fair enough, then it was fairly benign. And but if there is, then I believe we do need to pursue it at some length. So anyway, that was me.
Thank you. Anything else?
One thing I picked up was that that we might be able to do something about more readily than some of this other stuff. But they say they have a destination marketing partnership with Northern BC Tourism. But maybe they could also get a destination marketing partnership with Vint, Vancouver Island North Tourism.
That's a good point.
I wonder if we can write back in that regard. Would like to write back in that regard. Maybe somebody from the tourism committee can speak to that. Do you see their point there on second page? They've got a variety of points on there that Fourth point, destination marketing partnerships, including an annual spring campaign with Northern BC Tourism, promoting inside passion sailing between Port Hardy and Prince Rupert through digital, social, and print advertising. But why not Vancouver Island North Tourism? Especially if we're getting impacted by this route change. Then if they could look at partnering with Vint, would I be out of place because I'm not on the Vint committee? Or-
No,
That's good.
No, that's
I
good.
think that's a good idea.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or even for VI, go bigger, go the whole region.
That's right.
too.
yeah.
well,
It's
Well,
always
it's
in
for
what's being
VIs,
impacted.
well, John, maybe you could just talk a little bit about that, because when we had our meeting, our Vintech meeting here, that was a big discussion at that meeting
Mhm.
with regards to how to respond to BC ferries, and then they had talked about sending letters off and discussing about, you know, the changes or whatever, because and they make quite noted there that when I was reading it, I just wrote a note down here, you know, I mean, that's what I do, but it said engagement ongoing and dialogue. I don't know how much.
No,
ongoing
there was
the
zero.
dialogue there
Zero,
was
there
with
was no
regards to
contact.
anything
Zero.
for us. And the other thing is the team is working hard to reestablish. So in other words, it failed somewhere. They're reestablishing the relationship and then revenue next year, and we wanna look, it says right here in the last paragraph, I love this one. We value the District of Port Hardy as a key partner and remain committed to reliable service, clear communication, and ongoing dialogue.
They missed the
So
communication.
do we, so are we gonna hold them to that? I hope so. And that could go through our Tourism Advisory Committee group or Vintech, whatever, but supposedly they're saying in here, we're partners, but what does that mean with regards to the partnership?
What about sending this letter to, the Ventec committee?
Mhm.
Ask them if they would like to suggest a response to this and bring it forward to the
I'll make
next.
that motion.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll second that more.
Okay, moved by Council.
Very good.
Seconded by Council.
Because the first we heard about it was from Otelia.
Yeah. But I also think what Councilor Dorwood was saying about partnering with their, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna find it in here again, because their, northern, sorry, that's it, destination marketing partnership and having it with us as well. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Just for you, at Seven Hills Golf Course on May the 1st, there is the start of the season,
Yeah.
tourism, and you're more than welcome, anybody to go to that.
Yeah, Vintech,
Yeah,
maybe more.
I'm otherwise occupied on that day.
Do you want to send us all the information? or-
Yeah, I can do that.
Mhm.
Okay, did we vote on that?
I don't think so.
First and second, I don't think we.
Didn't vote yet.
No.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. All right, draft minutes of the Bear Smart Committee meeting held April 14th, 2026 for information. Comments on the minutes? There was a recommendation that the Bear Smart Committee recommends to council that Derek Dequit, sorry, be appointed to the Port Hardy Bear Smart Committee.
Yes. I'll make that motion.
Council Tidbury, or Council Smith, second by Council Tidbury. Any comments?
But just a question, I don't know this person, so how does it fit in with the Bear Smart?
He's been coming to meetings and
Okay.
interested and willing to volunteer, and we say yes.
Yes,
The interesting part is the best part.
that's right.
Yes, he actually is very interested in all wildlife now.
Obviously somebody new to the community, you've been here for a long time, I don't know, never heard of this fellow.
I don't know if he's new to he's new to us,
He's new to us, yeah.
Okay,
There was a
but
lot,
that's not saying much, because I don't know.
no, I don't either, obviously.
so it's great that we're getting some new blood.
You got that right. Yeah, that's awesome.
All in favor? Any opposed? Carried. We have the draft minutes of the Policy and Governance Committee meeting held April 14th for information. And from that, we have a policy recommendation that the Policy and Governance Committee recommend to council that policy CP 2.27 ice resurfacing advertising be approved as presented. Moved by Councilor Tidbury, second by Councilor Dorwood. Any comments? Councilor Dugas.
Well, of course. So a minimum of 3,000, I like that. So that's negotiable then somehow,
Thank you.
depending on who's doing it?
It's not negotiable. A minimum of 3,000. I put it in the policy so that if council decides on the next iteration of our fees and charges bylaw, that if they'd like to raise that to something else, then the minimum is in here. But if you said next year you want it to be 3,250, then it's 3,250 in the fees and charges.
Okay,
So you don't have to change the policy every single time.
okay, perfect.
But then it allows us the ability to charge because it's in the policy right now, because we don't want to amend the whole user
Right,
base.
Right.
Yeah,
But we'll include it.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other comments? All in favor? Any opposed?
Oh,
Carried.
just one question with regards to the advertisement. Is it sort of like on a bid thing then?
So it'll be by application. And so if you have a current business license in Port Hardy, you can submit an application to have 2 signs, one on each side of the Zamboni. And as long as you meet all of the criteria that's in here, so you're not advertising tobacco or cannabis or religious or political, then we will vet them when they come in. And as long as they meet, then the top one goes. But if we get more than one and they all meet the criteria, then we're gonna throw them in a hat and pull them out.
Oh, I think they should bid on it and keep going. Forget about that. If you want it, you pay. That's how it works. That's how they do it in the big place. Pull nothing out of a hat.
We'll try with the hat first.
Another place I was looking at in Europe, they do advertising based on a silent auction. And so they have like an evening where they invite individuals to, come and partake. And then they get like coffee and treats and things. And then they get to go and put what they want to advertise on. And then they continue to bid each other throughout the evening. It's apparently quite a fundraiser for the
You
community.
might want to include alcohol in that too.
All right. I think we could have fun with that, actually.
Okay, staff reports, none, no current bylaws, no pending bylaws, council reports, Councilor Tidbury.
Okay, I started off with seniors. We had Dan Levitt come up to talk to us.
Right.
It was a great day for that. We had a lot of seniors that had questions of him, which really I thought was fantastic, because normally they're subdued and they're very quiet, a lot of them, and you only get a couple that kind of open up. But it was really good, and he's quite the gentleman, as you've all met Dan, and yeah, he's talking about, because he runs just like anybody, and he was running on that day around Port Hardy. He says it's a nice run around him. So
Sure is.
I had a quick visit to the Port Hardy Arena for the 60th birthday thing. I quickly looked in, and it looked like it was going well, and it was done. I did regional district. Regional district. It
What are you gonna say?
It went. And then we had AVICC that I've just attended, and I'd like to say it was the nicest one that I've attended in a long time. I enjoyed the process that they had of elections. I enjoyed the resolution period. I thought that was quite good, other than just at the end there where it got a little confusing. But other than that, I thought it was very good. And I enjoyed the banquet. The banquet was very nice. I thought they did a awesome job of doing that. And then, like I say yesterday, I had a trip to Holbrook. And that's me. So it was quick and sweet.
Thank you. Council Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. Mine's also quite short and sweet. April 21st had the Port Hardy Heritage Meeting. We just had our curator, Robin, kind of go over everything that's going on there. A lot of really incredible stuff, especially with the professional development with their staff. I think that they will be a resource even for our staff going forward, and has proven that with the 60th birthday celebrations coming up, April 24th to the 26th, the AVICC in Victoria. I agree with Councillor Tidbury. It was a really incredible conference. There were great speakers. There was valuable information, good networking, and really quite inspirational. It was. I especially really enjoyed the smart towns in terms of planning for a city, and how you can look at towns or cities if they're like as children or adults, and you know where you're kind of posing on that. Do you have to go to mom and dad or federal government and provincial government for money, or can you be sustainable on your own? And just learning about the sprawling neighborhoods that happened after World War II with the suburbs, and how they're not generating enough tax revenue to support itself. And it was just such an incredible eye-opener that there was so much information that we received, even about AI and the future. It was incredible. Yeah, I also enjoyed it too. Thank you, Mayor.
Councillor Dukas.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm just going through my notes for AVICC. I can't read them all.
Okay.
There's a time
For
limit.
which we are eternally grateful.
Yeah, that's right, thank you. Well, Councilor Robertson and myself had the opportunity of going on a walking tour.
We did, it was cool.
It was lots of fun.
And the ship.
I was just gonna talk about the ship.
Yeah, no, go ahead, do that. Yeah.
I don't know what all these acronyms are, but it was a WCMRC ship.
Western Canada Marine Response, something.
Thank you, Councilor.
That's the ship.
That's the ship. And it's, do you have the name of the ship? Did you have the name of the ship?
Yeah, the KJ Gardner.
Yes, that's it. Thank you. The interesting thing about that was, it came from Norway, right?
It did, yeah. It was built there.
And it was 245 feet long, big ship. And it's got all the stuff on there to do any spill response. I think, what did they say? A kilometer of booming you
Yeah,
could
they've
put
got-
out?
And
Just-
they're receiving unit, so all of the oil that's picked up, they can take on 200 tons, I think, and then
Amazing.
Yeah, it was,
offload.
yeah, it's crazy. The biggest cargo ship on the sea that would be coming in our particular area, if it broke down, it has the capability of towing that into port. It's got cables on it like that.
Massive.
It's just massive, massive, massive. And it's the biggest ship in Canada to deal with oil spills, and it's stationed, I think they said, well, by Ucluelet.
It's just in no, it's just on a port just across the bay, sort of thing.
Yeah, they
It's
have to
around
be within, I think. how much?
3 hours.
3 hours between
Response.
any spill in that area. Incredible. It was pretty cool.
Paid for by the shippers, by the transportation, the shipping companies and Trans Mountain and other.
Yeah, Trans Mountain, I talked to the Trans Mountain people at that booth there, and they said that, yeah, we pay a pretty big share of that one. Insurance policy, they called it, a big share. But anyway, so, yeah, and then AVIC, as councilors had already mentioned, it was pretty cool. it was, well done. Some of the things some of the topics that we were talking about, that highlights for me was anyways, when they were talking about health. Obviously, retention, attraction is important, right? Bringing professionals in. But one interesting, I like numbers, but it said 1 in every 30 people in BC work for the health department. Isn't that amazing?
31
One in 30
Yeah.
works for the health somehow, some way.
31,000 people for Vancouver Island
That's crazy.
that work in the,
Yeah, it's mind boggling, really. And what was the name of the doctor in Nanaimo that's bringing all the people?
It's not a
He's
doctor.
not a doctor.
It's a
It's just a,
Todd Mathen and his wife are, just regular people that have started a social media.
I always thought it was a doctor for some reason.
Radio guy,
Yeah,
Was it- oh,
radio host.
no, they had a big something going
The
on the
Nanaimo
weekend. And I
Infusion.
knew, didn't
Yeah.
On Sunday, they have the second, they called it an infusion.
Infusion?
Yeah, and then I'm a infusion.
Something.
And so from the first infusion, we've got 2 health professionals coming up here. So a
To
doctor.
the North Island.
To the North Island, yeah, a doctor and his wife is also a health professional.
How many people did they say were showing up to that? Like 1,000 or something? It was a ridiculous number I heard.
Oh, I think it's more than 1,000 showed up.
It's just crazy.
I think 600 were healthcare workers there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just mind boggling, really. All the work they're doing, and that's coming out of the States, right? Then the also thing that we talked about, and I think that our mayor will say something about that too, was with regards to, in fact, that was one of the questions that you asked. Mayor, was with regards to the education part. Like, how are they doing that to get students involved, high school? And then they did say that there was going to be something happening May the 7th, I believe I wrote down, 2027 in Port McNeil. And they're gonna bring all the high school students there. They're gonna put on
Oh, right,
It's
yeah.
a traveling road. trip.
traveling road show for the health.
Yeah.
Health, to get people, to get high school students interested in getting involved with health, I think, which is fantastic. It's
in the
Oh,
brochure,
oh,
there's a
yeah.
Port Valley person, well, a North Island person.
Yeah.
In the brochure,
Oh, yes.
Mhm. Yeah. And then the other interesting one that we went to was AI, and I believe the mayor was there too. How it influences, how it's being used within municipalities or whatever, and some of the questions that they asked to give us a little card. They said, okay, where are you at? And unfortunately, I couldn't really add it on. I couldn't fill out much of the card because I didn't really know how much we use AI, but obviously we do, and we have a policy. So I could have wrote down a lot of positive things here, which I did, but wasn't able to do. So I'm glad to hear all that.
You needed to send it through ChatGPT.
Yeah, I guess something like that, yeah. Yeah, it was called, what is it called? Chat GPT?
Yeah.
Everybody use that?
Yeah.
I've never used it.
I call mine Barry. I gotta ask my friend Barry.
Very
Oh,
handy.
Very, yeah.
Why bear, no,
But I'll go there, right? Okay, the one last thing was, we went to the First Nations, they had a committee talking about, when they sort of like the couch and type of idea, we're talking about how it all fit, and I think it was, I found really interesting is the lawyer said, and there's a lot of, in the media with regards to JIPA and how that affected the decisions and everything else. The lawyer basically said it didn't affect it at all. He said if they didn't even have JIPA, that decision would have been made on past documentation with regards to the Constitution. Based on the Constitution, it is law. And he says back in 1990, when they did Chippewa, Ontario, he has a lawyer there and they lost that particular case. He said, we knew then that this was going to happen down the road, that we had to recognize rights and title of Indigenous nations. It's in law. So he said, really, the courts couldn't really, what could they do? They can't break the law. So that was written, and it's written in the Constitution. So he says, it doesn't matter if DRIP is there or not. Those things were still going to be in place. And he said the other thing was in all those negotiations that they talked about with those nations, and it's not just the Cowichan Nation, there's a number of other ones that are involved. He basically said that free holdings or private property was not even in the discussion. Wasn't even in the plan. So there's a lot of stuff going on out there that's fear mongering people to believe something else that really isn't true. And he said, well, probably when it goes through all the courts, which I thought was interesting. He said, well, probably the final decision could be around 2035, 2036. He said. So there's a long ways to go before it's ever gonna really get finished with regards to going through the courts.
I look forward to listening to it. Please.
So I thought that that was really interesting too, right? Because you know what's going on right now out there in the media and stuff like that. It's not, it's like everything else. It's not always the truth. Totally. It's maybe a little bit, but not enough. And a lot of people unfortunately are being brought into it and getting all excited when really they shouldn't be. And the other thing that he says, sit down with your local nations and talk. Just talk. Sit down together and partner, like we've already talked about doing many, many times about a number of different things. Just sit down and partner with them. Get them in the plan, get them in the partnering. And he says, you won't have those issues that they're making big right now, basically won't even exist if you just build those relationships. So that's what I thought was excellent. I was glad that I went to that one for sure. And I'm sorry for going on so long. So I'll pass it on to the mayor.
I'll pass it on to Councillor Robertson because you guys were kind of tag teaming.
Okay, so Councillor, having set the time expectation, so I can beat that.
Yes, please, go ahead, Fred.
So it was, decided, I'll get the see last, I was, a week ago, I was a judge at the science fair. Mostly I avoid being a judge at the science fair because I think public education should be a non-competitive sort of approach to it. Anyway, that's just me, but I really enjoyed it. It was fun talking to the kids, and some of the projects were really well done. They did them well, and they knew what they were talking about. So it was actually, I was quite pleased I was able to be there. And there was a Foundry meeting yesterday, that did take place without me because I thought it was canceled and I didn't read my calendar particularly well. But I did get the highlights. So they just, the plans for the new space, they have the drawings out, and so that's ongoing. And they have some partner use, they're looking at some partner use agreements as well. So that will, more information on that to follow. But I agree with Councillor Debray that AVICC was good. There were good opportunities to talk to different folks from different communities to network and to find out what was going on there and how we can sort of build from that. And there was lots of information. The walk through James Bay was a really nice day. And this is a tea tree, which I wasn't aware of, but which is fairly cool. I thought we could do that by down at the beach, and then somebody informed me that no, the wind would take care of that in about a minute. But
That
that's
was
okay.
me. I was very practical.
But there are a whole bunch of little community kiosks and various things that look pretty cool that I think we could work with.
Yeah, they're all, the miniature, the libraries they call them.
Yeah,
With
it's
little
small
boxes
libraries,
on
but
posts and,
not just books, all
Just
sorts
stuff.
of different things.
yeah.
It is pretty cool. I like the information on AI that I found, and the forestry, was good information. I wasn't at the First Nations one that Dennis was at, but I do know that DRIPA and some of the discussion about DRIPA, I mean, DRIPA is more aspirational in its nature as opposed to sort of definite law. So that, and I agree with, I appreciate that. I did like the discussion on small towns,
Yeah.
smart towns.
Mhm.
And just,
That was good.
it put me thinking about, we were talking about, and I forget the name of the street, where we were going to do some mixed zoning, not just residential.
Rupert Street?
Rupert Street, on Rupert Street, where there was gonna be some businesses and some commercial and some residences and some seniors and some.
Strong towns, it's called, strong.
Strong Towns.
So,
Sorry.
Thank
Yeah,
Um,
I got it in my
but
book.
just that whole concept of creating community, where you have community, you have some of the businesses and the commercial enterprises as well. That they do fit well together. You don't have to have just zone for residential versus something else. There can be a smart, if you think it through. There can be a combination where it makes the community that much stronger. And I just thought, boy, as we go down as a community into looking at potentially some development over the next number of years because of a potential influx of population, that it's something that could inform some of those decisions.
$30 for that.
It could inform some of those decisions. So anyway, I did quite like KVICC and it was very informative. And can inform some of the things that we will be doing in the next while.
Thank you.
Just to add to that, could I just pop in for a second?
No, time up.
Oh, sorry, carry on.
Go on.
She's tougher than
She's
I
the
am.
boss. You gotta-
Okay, fine.
She's
2
gonna talk
seconds.
cookie. I was just thinking that they were talking about it with that strong town thing. Urbanization instead of trying to put, and I don't know, we live in a country, we think we got lots of land, so why would we stuffing everybody into a corner kind of a thing, but that transition between business and we always talked about Market Street, maybe having, if they could put housing up above that, you got housing above and then you got commercial below, which is just
Pays the bills.
yeah, I know, it makes sense, right? But this urban sprawl about, and if we talk about, look what happened when the mine first came in here and all the development, like, we live in that, we live in those houses, right? That's what it was made. But the thing is, the mines are short-lived and you have to maintain that infrastructure forever. So if you can combine it, you have less roads and less area to depth to deal with, then your costs are gonna be less moving forward down the road. And so I thought that was pretty interesting too.
Mhm.
And you get more bang for your buck too, for when it comes to taxes, if you can keep it smaller. The dollars go a lot further, especially when you have to maintain the infrastructure, right? So. I just had to throw that.
No, it's good.
Like I said, tech team.
It's good.
Counselor Texmal.
So basically just been busy with Below Me Days, trying to plan away and take on some extra roles there. So lots going on with that. Other than that, I've been Gold River, I've been Sullivan Bay, Winter Harbor, Cayucit and Hope Island working. So I've been all over. So I haven't had much chance to do anything else. So
Get frequent fire mounts for anything?
it's been lots, but cool projects happening on the North Island, which is good.
Yeah, that
That's
is-
great.
that is
project.
There is, so it's good news.
Yeah, thank you. Counselor Dorwin.
And me, I also attended the Association of Vancouver Island Coastal Communities, and yeah, it was an excellent program put together once again by the executive and administration of the ABICC. And I don't know what, one thing you guys didn't talk about was the keynote speaker was Shashi Kaur.
Oh, yeah,
It was so good, so easy to listen to. Humorous in there, and like you'd think the information was gonna be pretty dry, but not coming out of
No.
her. It was
No.
very interesting, actually. So she works, for those who don't know, she works for the Angus Reid Institute, which is a nonpartisan, nonprofit polling organization. And yeah, she said some interesting things. And it was talking to us different counselors and everybody picked up different stuff, but so she talked mostly about the way the polling has changed since the sort of DRIPA stuff came to light, and the repealing it and not repealing and repealing it and such by our current provincial government. And said an interesting thing was that the opposition party, without a leader, is polling quite strongly. And it actually might, when they have a leader, it might actually go down, but
Yeah, that's right. It's kind
yeah,
of fun.
so that, and also that,
Well, they do have an interim.
Yeah, but still, when they,
yeah, when they have their official leader. And the other thing that she said was, this huge deficit by the provincial government has been hard to swallow by the population because there's not actually something to show for it. Like, we don't have better healthcare, we, don't have better schooling, like we still have all the problems and a whole bunch of debt. And so, yeah, I think we really gotta work on the economic side of things to, because I don't think it's gonna get any cheaper for the healthcare and education, which takes up the overwhelming majority of the provincial budget, but we gotta get going on the economic side. We really got to, so whoever we are. Anyway, that's what that was, yeah, just thought I would add that. To it. The rest of it, yeah, it was really good, the whole conference, all the sections,
Minute or two.
very pertinent information they put together.
It was.
Yeah, they did a good job.
So some of the things that I've done in the past little while, I'll go with the regional district and the, actually the Island Health Report, where they are looking at, getting their RFPs out very soon, for a construction manager. So they're hoping to post that in the next month or so for the, renovation up at the hospital, but the timelines are to be determined. Just because who knows how things are gonna go and stuff like that, so hopefully maybe early fall. And as soon as we know, they'll be sharing it with the board, but that was very promising. Went to the North Island College Board meeting, where they announced the, funding for an LPN program
Huge.
starting in 2027.
Really good.
That is so good. It is, for those that you that don't know, it's been since, the only time it's ever been offered on the North Island was in 2012. And just about all the people that graduated from that program, either are still working or have retired, but they stayed in the North Island in Alert Bay, Port Hardy. So very promising that they're doing this, and, yeah, so that was really good news. What else? ABEC convention was great. I thought, got a lot of good information out of there. Councillor Smith, Councillor Dorward and I did a tour of the Esquimalt Harbor and on the base, and it was pretty impressive. We got to go on the museum tour. I'm gonna go back there again. That's open to the public, and it's so interesting. And then we also got to go on a tour of, a very brief tour of the harbor on one of their training vessels. And it was so smooth, like these are trainees, and just leaving the dock and coming into the dock was so smooth. And they would have taken us out a little bit further, but then there was some vessels coming in that we weren't allowed to see the names of.
So did anybody take pictures of them or anything like that?
Do you want to? see?
No, I was just wondering
Did we
if
get
you
arrested?
weren't supposed to see that.
Yeah, right.
Couldn't see the names.
Yeah.
No, but it was very interesting, and I think that's one thing that I also went to was a mayor's luncheon, mayor and RD chair luncheon. And the mayor from Victoria, they've done a project on community safety and well-being, and they've come up with 18 recommendations for Victoria. So I haven't had a chance to look at it really carefully, but some of those recommendations we may be able to use here in our community, and I will be bringing it towards our safety committee for the date. That strong, I really like both plenary sessions. I think that were very, very good. The second one about the stronger cities and stronger towns, where they gave examples when they looked at, for example, Campbell River. And this expert looked at Campbell River and showed like Shoppers Row. And they've got restaurants above, restaurants below, everything's kind of crammed together. That's way more popular than further out and has a better concentration of money and taxes and population rather than more spread out. And I also liked how he brought up, say, for example, if we are doing in a certain area, if we are doing a variance for one particular property, instead of doing that variance for that particular property, make it a broader variance rather than making people come in over and over again, which
Mhm.
overworks our staff, but as well overworks everybody else. And that was, little tidbits of information. It was very interesting. Did also want to mention that Councillor Tidbury and I will be representing, our town, our district, in Victoria, recognizing Rosalind Glynn with her BC Achievement Award on May the 6th.
Nice.
And she's been recognized for outstanding contribution to community engagement and support for seniors, so that's really good. Pretty awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, we have someone that's,
From our area.
from our area and I thank council for approving our nomination of her. So that was really great, and I think that's about it.
Can I just add one thing to your Esquimalt tour?
Yeah.
Could we send an invitation to D&D or whoever it would be addressed to bring one of those orca class vessels up here?
I was going to
They
ask,
have been here before.
Yeah.
yeah,
Remind them to
good
come
idea.
back soon.
I was actually, I've got the commander I've got his card, and I was gonna ask permission to share your two pictures, the picture of the three of us on the ship with him, thanking him very much for
Yeah.
the tour. And maybe I'll just throw that in about,
That sounds perfect.
okay,
It's a good idea.
When they
Because they are training ships.
they are training ships, yes.
Yeah.
And they
so-
have been up here, and
We played hockey against one of the teams.
I remember you saying, yeah.
That was the old minesweepers.
Mhm.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, so under information and announcement, we have Pitchin' Day. So this year, the Pitchin' Day, the schools are going to be doing it separately, and so we've got Eagle View School. Eagle View has 4 schools. This has 2, classes. This has 2 classes. We've got GNN and Avalon School. So our corporate officer was suggesting that maybe we could divvy up and go to different locations. And so I'm just wondering what counselors are going to be going.
I have commitments at the home soon,
Okay.
What time is it?
one of which is for you.
11 to 3 or something? like that?
1:30
to 3 o'clock,
1:30?
No, that's a different day. What day is it again?
April 30.
April 30th.
That's Thursday, right?
This Thursday, 2 days.
What do you have for me on April 30th?
McDonald's.
No, McDonald's is,
On the 6th.
it's May.
Oh, I have school.
He's just trying to get out of it.
Wait a second, I'm here.
Don't give me that baloney, Fred.
Yeah, just give me an area and I'll go.
Yeah, how does that work for areas then?
Well,
They're in town, they're all in town, or are they out of town, or what?
no, so it's Avalon School, Waterloo School, and then we have, Port Hardy Secondary and Eagle View. So some of the classes will be doing routes that are closer to the school, just makes it easier for managing all of the youth that will be participating. And so if there's council that are available to maybe just join, Eagle View, then that would be great. If there's council that wanted to go up and join the older students at PHSS, it would just be means of meeting the classes there and picking up the gear and heading out with them.
Mhm.
So are Wagless and Avalon gonna be out of the beach area then? Are
I
they?
believe they're doing it on site, so I would anticipate that Avalon would be doing it right up in that big road.
I've been guilted into this.
Woo-hoo, we win again. I can do the Eagle View School one.
And I'll do the seniors, I guess.
Seniors?
Seniors?
The older students.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Hey, boy.
You knew I was gonna-
Seniors are.
Well done, because I thought he meant this side of the table.
You're gonna join the seniors.
This is kind of the
Great.
senior side.
It's just the senior side. Have a little respect over that
I
side. right?
respect, much respect.
You're probably working.
I'm
Working.
I would rather be.
Working.
See, that side of the table works. That's what.
And you keep on paying those taxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go with the GNN.
With wireless,
No, GNN.
GNN, you said GNN. Did I? Yeah.
Yeah,
Wireless
that's it.
Village plug-in. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's the one that's,
Oh, what's
Oh,
on
yeah.
Aqueduct's not going?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought,
I thought it, Gina.
I said GNN.
Yeah.
Alright,
So we'll talk to you about this as tomorrow unfolds.
so we've got a number of things coming up, so kitchen date, April 30th. Emergency preparedness week is May 3rd to 9th, May 5th, murdered or missing Indigenous women and girls day. May 6th, it's McHappy Days, where 10% of all their sales will go towards the thrift store or
Port Hardy Hospital Auxiliary, yep. That's
That's
awesome.
And
in
Ronald
Ronald
McDonald.
And Ronald
McDonald.
McDonald's.
May 7th, coffee with the mayor, May 9th, emergency preparedness fair. I'm missing anything.
Mhm.
I'm gonna wait till the next meeting.
What's,
Hard
so are
to
you
Hardy
gonna,
hustle.
oh, the Hardy Hustle, what day is, that's
May
May
30th.
30th.
The
So that's a little ways
31st.
away, but I'm sure people could still be training and entering and doing that. And CAO Nelson Smith, do you have something you want to say about?
Well, I will. Talk about putting me on the spot, that's for sure. Actually, she'll be more upset about it than I will. Louisa Bates will be moving into our manager of corporate services position as of May the 4th. So May the 4th.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. You, well earned.
Very.
Well earned. You've taken a lot of courses. You've been really, really working hard and following the program.
Mhm.
So congratulations and thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just before we close, Mayor, there's one thing I was gonna mention.
No, this is the second thing.
Today happens to be the National Day of Mourning.
Oh, my goodness,
Yes.
that's what I forgot.
Canada. And what I noticed here in some of the information that they said that 138 workers died last year in 2025. And 79% occupational. So, and most of the construction, and one of the interesting, the topics, it said public administration was another one, and transportation section was the culmination of all of them. And then it also talked about people that suffer from injuries, but not only injuries, but those that develop illnesses caused by work-related incidences on the job. So when we think about people that are working in certain situations that might get illnesses, and I know it had been brought up before from Chief Borg with regards to his employees, how important it is for them to wear their safety equipment, because there has been a lot of firefighters in the past that have got illnesses caused from fighting fires, and unfortunately, they lost their lives because of that. As we know that what happened in, 9/11 type of stuff, but. So it's just a day that we should remember, and I know that we have employees, at our yard that lost family members in accidents like that. So we just have to keep that in our consideration, because safety is every day, but this is the day to represent that for those, to remember those that were lost at work, and not just in BC, but right across Canada. So I just forgot to bring
Thank
that.
you. And I meant to mention that at the very beginning, so thank you very much. Because we all know people that not only have been injured on the job, but have lost their lives. So
That's right.
and,
Safety first.
thank you first. Right. Motion to adjourn.
Oh,
Counselor Dugas.
I don't get to win many of those, but.
So questions?
From Rosalind online, Mayor and Councilor Kidder, you're attending a senior spring E on April 30th from 12 to 2 p.m. Just as a note.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yes,
there'll be a slight overlap.
Yeah, I might have to leave the tea a bit early and
Yeah.
quickly change into more casual clothes. But yes, thank you, Rosalind. Any other questions?
Fred mentioned the cruise ships. How come they don't stop here anymore? They used to.
Apparently, they're still stopping it.
They are
No,
some,
mini.
they're mini cruise ships, but they have already stopped Alert Bay. It's because our dock isn't big enough for them to come into the dock. So before they used to, weigh anchor and then come in, but it's all up to the cruise lines too.
Yeah, and actually, most of it has to do with whether or not they have a package and a reason to come. So the reason why they stop in Alert Bay is because there's a package that's put out by Umista. And Umista picks them up at the dock, takes them to the big house, has an event that actually occurs. So there's 4 small little pocket cruisers that come in. When I was working in Alert Bay, we used to get 2 big cruise ships that were from France that used to stop in and tender. But it also goes down to you have to have a customs agent as well. So we were actually trained in being able to do the MARSEC levels for accepting foreign travelers. And so there's quite a bit of things you have to do in order to do it. But ultimately, it comes from the group of individuals that are here that are tourist operators that need to create a package to bring the cruise ships here. The district would be completely willing to open up our facilities and train our staff to MARSEC levels in order to do that. We just don't have any packages to give them as it goes. So we've had discussions at our tourism committee meetings about the reason why they don't come. And so we're planting the seed, hoping that they can come together and come up with something.
It's like Donna's thing, packaging.
I can't do it all, unfortunately, but we can definitely commit to training people to do the Transport Canada regulated safety training and being able to take the customs, being able to basically act as customs agents as they come off the ships.
And maybe once the new West Island big house is opened and functioning, who knows?
Yeah.
And that health workers was 1 in 30 in BC.
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
That's a
but
lot.
on the island,
And just in our area, like Northern Vancouver Island, 900 employees.
Yes.
That are working in health. Or working for Island Health,
Yes,
that's working for
working,
Island
yeah.
Health, it's not just,
Yeah.
not the private one, and it's not the doctors, because the doctors are,
They're-
different.
Yeah.
but there's 31,000, over 31,000 employees on the island alone.
It's amazing.
It's a lot.
Well, when you think, there's not just the nurses,
Oh, no.
there's the cleaners,
Yeah.
there's the healthcare aides, there's the LPNs. There's
Maintenance.
there's maintenance,
X-ray, ultrasound.
You got all the other agencies.
yeah, but the X-ray or the X-rays, the administrate, you have to have administration.
That many?
How many are there?
There's a lot.
Well,
If you go through their website, they're all men, well, not all of
they've
course,
actually
but-
done a huge amount of restructuring and regrouping of the administration based on trying to restructure, trying to get it so the funding is better and more frontline workers. So and some of it is by retirement. But I know I've gotten emails and text messages from a number of people going, I'm retiring tomorrow. And I'm like, oh. Okay.
I just want a comment of things that happened on the North Island that, I didn't hear that anyone went to, and I don't know if they went to the daytime one, but Linda and I and a few friends went to the concert, the orchestra for the classical orchestra at the high school. And it was last Thursday night. And, they did a concert in the school for the students, but then they did it it was advertised in the Eagle, but I don't know if it was put anywhere else, but there weren't really that many people. There were almost as many in the orchestra as there were who showed up. But I mean, that was a good crowd and it was so excellent. And the head of the orchestra was so, his pedigree and resume were just unbelievable, where he'd been internationally and this was now Victoria High School and it was just an amazing performance. But afterwards, the neat thing was that we talked to him. He said how special our students were up here. And some of us, we talked to him afterwards because I think so it was his wife. Anyway, they were, he was saying, he told us that during the school, he said, when we performed at the school, he says, all the kids were so attentive and that they just were hanging on every note. And he said it was like the best school he'd ever been to. He says they went to Comox school and he says they acted like we were torturing them. And that they were just like annoyed and they were talking and doing whatever. He said everyone in this school was just mesmerized, just wanted to know more. And he said it was just the best school that they had as they were going on the island. So I just thought I'd let you know that.
Thank you
And it
for
was
sharing
that
that.
was-
That's amazing.
Yeah, he was really glowing over our school and the gentlemen, the teachers who helped organize it, the head of the music department, I guess, in the high school. He just he had glowing reviews. He said they worked so good together. And anyway, it was really good.
We were all out of town for the AVICC. That's why we missed it, but I heard it.
Why no one was there. I thought somebody would be here.
I heard it online and I was blown away at the caliber of the orchestra. I was like, oh, how incredible for our students to experience, especially with the strings. I was like, it was amazing. So I'm really glad you got to enjoy it. And I'm thrilled to hear that our school was kind of shining. That must have been pretty incredible for them to sort of see the difference and for our students to be exposed to that caliber
It
of
was
music.
incredible. And they said all ages. Well, one, and he looked like he was no more than 10 sitting with this, but we couldn't see him. He was like, this kid, and he was in that thing and it was just really something to watch.
very good, yeah.
There are like 30, I think I counted 34 in the orchestra.
Wow.
It was big.
Oh, that's awesome.
Another little sideline, it's not on my level at the hotel at the Empress there. I saw two menus up there. And the menu were for the high teas
Yes.
at the Empress. Back in the day, a high tea was 50 cents. And if you wanted sandwiches, it was 60 cents. So I went down and asked the person that it's $150 to have high tea here.
I was
I
curious
thought
about
it was 100. I didn't know it was 150. Wow.
Yeah.
inflation.
Now they got fancy teapots now.
Gold
But,
plated.
so I had to take the pictures of this sign, so.
I did see the
Yeah,
sign.
and when I went in I think it was 1998, when I opened her in the Empress. I think it was 98. And I went to go and have high tea because my grandmother always talked about how high tea at the Empress was like the epitome of like perfection. And so I went to go and have it. It was $45 then. And of course I was like, no. I was gonna sit outside and of course my coworker was like, well, you can't disgrace your grandmother. We have to go and have high tea. So it was $45 and then it was another $25. I wanted sandwiches.
Oh, yeah. That's
I spent my entire week's per diem opening that store on tea and finger sandwiches. It was great though. We had a wonderful time.
If you saw the crowd there, it's full.
My daughter took me to high tea at the Fairmont in
In
Ottawa for my
I can
birthday
imagine
last
that.
year.
That's a question for Hardy Hustle for everybody. Exactly. Yeah.
So it's
The Empress had-
going now.
Okay, and it can go to different.
Yeah, I know, I went through the whole
the whole.
Thank you.
And-
The Empress has the snooty.
Yes, I did. You want more?
But
No.
thank you very much.
Fabulous.
Oh, yeah, I got this one and the other one.
Oh, there's lots on Amazon.
Yeah, so get the
Yeah,
more
you can do it.
expensive one.
Pardon?
Get the more expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta get my husband dinner.